Okay, last time I did a showcase, I showed off some pretty crazy AoE damage. This time, I want to show off some pretty crazy defenses. Now, I don't have a very good team setup right now. My best tank is Empath. With that being said, Empath currently has Nadir. Nadir is one of the strongest, if not the strongest item in this game because it has that 20% shield defense. You're going to take 20% less damage just for having this item equipped. Now, one of the more interesting things with this team comp is that I have, first of all, Spectre, who can add, as a camping skill, 15% shield defense. That's going to bring the Empath up to 35. And then if we go ahead and look at the Dragoon also has a card for 10% shield defense. That's going to bring the Empath up to 45. The Empath can also click Defend and give herself another 40. That's going to bring her up to 85. Then we can also go ahead and tack on our Reflection Shield, which adds another 25. This brings it to 110% defense, which is why we're going to find out the defense is not additive, it's somewhere in the realm of multiplicative, but I don't exactly understand how. Another cool thing that doesn't really matter too much in this context, we also have Enfeeble, which can reduce the enemy's damage. I'm going to go ahead and apply all these buffs and see how it works against the next boss, the third behemoth. So let's go ahead and start our camp. Let's go ahead and make sure we apply our shield defense buffs to the Empath to try and force this thing to occur. And then I'm going to go ahead and set up my regular buffs as I normally would. I am interested in giving my Dragoon more damage. My Dragoon is built for damage right now. And I'm interested in giving my Spectre more damage as well. So actually, let's also go ahead and use that last card, because might as well give her, in case he decides to use nitro damage, we resist that other 25% as well. That's not going to come into play, but hey, the sentiment's there. Okay, now that we've loaded up on our defense as best as we can, let's go ahead and take that block towards our behemoth. It's a long road, but we'll get there soon enough. Okay, I'm hoping he attacks the Empath immediately so that I can show off the defense here. That's not likely going to be... Oh look, a Nitro attack. I believe this is AoE, in which case I don't want to show it off against AoE attacks, because AoE attacks hits my entire team. So this isn't a good showcase. Let me go ahead and stagger this guy and see if I can stagger him in the first place and figure out how I want to deal with him. I have to make sure that I have enough staggering for this to work, because he does have 50% stagger resistance, which makes my job more difficult. It doesn't look like that I'm going to have the tools available. So, for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and dissipate first turn. Also, that's a really bad opening. I'd prefer not to have it, but that's a different story. Let's go ahead and smack this guy as best we can, just to ensure that I win the fight afterwards. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and throw on Vulnerable. This Mop Up is going to do more damage than Dispatch. No reason to use my Fury. And Carve is going to do the most damage here. One thing that I'm doing here is note that I'm not using anything that uses staggering. Otherwise, I'm going to eat those stagger numbers. Even though they're not exactly present right now, I'm making sure that I don't eat them all the same. Although I might have eaten them with Onslaught. I'm not sure if I used Onslaught or Carve. Looks like I used Carve. Okay, so here, again, we have a single target attack, but it's not attacking the person I want to. This is making it very difficult for me to show off my points. I wish that this guy would just play along. Let's go ahead and make this guy's attack sort of a mute point. Let's go ahead and stagger him and continue staggering him. Now, this isn't going to stagger him far into next turn, but it's enough to get my purposes across. I want to make sure that I'm still attacking with my big damage dealers. Now, sadly, I'm going to kill this guy before I get the chance to show off my cool defenses. So, that's going to be awkward. In fact, I think I'm just going to kill him this turn. How much do I need for Heroic Resolve? 25? Cool. Well, let's go ahead and just never let this boss hit us instead. Because that's funny. Oh, it gives them an extra turn too. Oh, this is the most broken ability I've ever seen in my life. This is actually, like, not fair. Like, actually not fair to this thing. Mop up is the most damage I have. Okay, so instead of showing off my massive defense, I'll just kill the third boss without him ever getting a chance to attack on entropy 1. Not what I expected to show off, but there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Oh boy.